What is going on, everyone? Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for Saturday, the 2nd of April, 2022. It is incredibly bright in my office. You may be wondering why. Well, because once again, much like 2 days ago, I'm only doing one stream today and only one gameplay session because I need to take time tonight to work on my taxes. So that being said, today's stream, how did it go? Well, I'll tell you how it went. It went pretty good. We had a good pre-stream podcast with a lot of fun discussion. Come to find out, I actually was talking to a few people about barbecue, and we actually talked a little bit about Hawaiian barbecue and some interesting dishes that perhaps I could do for Feasting with the King on my birthday, because if you're not aware, people are currently voting on the community tab of DSPGaming on what cuisine they want to see for Feasting with the King during my birthday bash marathon event coming up this Wednesday. Right now, resoundingly in the lead is barbecue. Now, there's different kinds of barbecue, and we talked a little bit about that on the pre-stream today, that if barbecue ends up being so ahead in the poll, like tomorrow, likely what I'll do is a second poll where people will be able to vote. Would you like to see more traditional American-style barbecue, or would you like to see Hawaiian barbecue? Because there actually is a couple restaurants. So there are a couple restaurants, I should have said, out here that are Hawaiian-style barbecue as well. So I could maybe get from one of those, or we could just do more traditional barbecue. But the poll could still go anyway. Please vote if you haven't yet on the community tab of DSPGaming, and let's see how that goes. All right. Outside of that, a lot of open discussion about various different topics, so give the pre-stream podcast a look. It was a pretty good one. As for the stream, Elden Ring, and we made the determination that it would make more sense for me to head to the capital city of Leyndell rather than mess around in Volcano Manor or any more Mount Gelmer or anything else there, that I should just go to this capital city, try to make progress there, and then once progress is made, then maybe go back and do that other stuff. So that's what we did. I rode straight into the capital city. Within the first, no exaggeration, 15 minutes of the stream, people were complaining because I was exploring. I found an optional way to the east of the entrance to the main city area, where there was another one of these, actually I shouldn't spoil, another one of the bosses I'd already fought, but it was a different version of it, an easier version. And then I peep my head up because I'm jumping up to try to get to the main area, and I see two bosses standing next to each other. There's a platform in front of me where you can't get hit, and a bunch of messages on the platform saying, stand right here, this is how you beat the bosses. So I did. I stood there and I used ranged attacks, notably faith magic, to beat them, and everyone proceeded to whine and complain like little babies, because apparently they weren't smart enough to figure out how to do that when they played the game, or they just wanted to see me rage and didn't enjoy the fact that I found a way to outsmart the enemies. Boo-hoo. I definitely was very open to the people whining and complaining that I didn't die a million times to the dual boss fight. Right. Then we rode into Leyndell. We did the whole outskirts of Leyndell. There's a giant open air area all around, optional boss fights. Actually found a cave that gets us to the next tower to power up a rune. Can't do that yet. So ended up kind of going back and exploring a ton of different things. Ended up finally getting the bell that I needed to buy the rune, or excuse me, buy the smithing stone to upgrade my catalyst to a high level. So now my catalyst is a high level. My magic is much higher now. Then after much exploration all around and multiple boss fights and things, we got into the capital itself, which was interesting because we basically walked right through the area I'd already gotten to when I had beaten the underground optional city of Noxtella. When you get through that whole area, it teleports you to the city. So all the stuff I didn't have to do. It was all optional, but it was still fun. I ended up in the city, and the city is pretty crazy. It's confusing as shit. I ended up going the wrong way first and finding the way to leave the city after I beat it. And then I went back the other way to investigate the city, which led me to basically turn it into like a Benny Hill production, where I was getting chased through the city by a train of crazy enemies, Erd Tree avatars, giant bosses that used to be bosses that aren't bosses anymore, all running a train on me, basically. All coming, we're coming. So I was running like a crazy idiot through the whole city trying to figure out where to go. No exaggeration, after running through the city for about half an hour, I finally found my first point of grace. It's pretty insane because, you know, compared to like Stormvale Castle or the Academy, this city, the point of grace is not close or easy to find. They're actually pretty far apart and well hidden from what I've seen. And I was really running for my life. Finally found one at the tail end of the stream. So basically, good progress today, but I don't even know where I am in the city because I was running like a chicken with his head cut off, trying to figure out where to go to survive. And now I'm in a safe spot, but when we resume on Monday, I don't have a clue where to go. Do I go down into a sewer area that I found? Do I continue to go up and search the streets? I don't know. Well, I guess we're going to see firsthand when I play again on Monday. All right. Support today was good in regards to tips. We did exceed the tips goal by a few bucks, but I'm still happy we hit the tips goal. And memberships. Just some initial positivity in regards to the members goal for the month. You know, where I'm going to do a react video to the Down the Rabbit Hole video that was made about me over 5 years ago. We've already gotten over 10 new members in the last 24 hours since I announced it. And climbing. We're now in the 360. I think we're like 362 or something like that. So if every day we're getting an increase, I think we're definitely going to hit 400 this month. And we're going to have that happen. And I'm excited for that. As I talked about it on the pre-stream podcast, but some people were asking, is this something else that I would consider to do in the future? Or would this be a one-off thing? We had an in-depth discussion about that on the podcast. So give that a look if you're interested in the answer. But I'm happy. If you're not a member, hey, now's a great time to become a member to make some special content happen, right? So that's it. Now I'm just filming this daily wrap as soon as I finish the stream, and then I'm going to upload and go have dinner and work on my taxes all night. I'm not too happy about it, but I got to get it done. All right. Now tomorrow, we're back to a full streaming day. It's going to be Ghostwire Tokyo paired with Kirby and the Forgotten Land. All right. Monday, it's going to be Elden Ring, and I don't know if I'm doing a late stream on Monday. It honestly depends on how well things go tonight with the taxes, but also, in the meantime, if I do, get all this information uploaded and everything to my tax guy, depending on if he has an opportunity to look at it or not, he may come back to me with questions, concerns. He might need additional information, and if any of that happens, chances are I'm going to have to take more time off in the coming week to do that. So we'll see what happens by the end of tonight. Hopefully, best case scenario, I get all the data ready, it's good to go, I send it to him, and either he doesn't have any questions, or basically he just doesn't ask me any questions right away because he's probably busy with doing a million people's taxes. And maybe we'll have a nice smooth 2 days of full days of streaming. I'll be off on Tuesday. When I come back on Wednesday, it's my marathon, my birthday marathon. All right. And then hopefully if any additional work needs to be done on the tax stuff, it could be later in the week, but we'll see what happens. All right, guys. So thank you. Great short day, but great day of streaming. I enjoyed the Elden Ring stuff. As frustrating as that game can get, I'm still having a good time making progress in it. The capital is crazy as hell. I can't wait for more on Monday. Thank you all for your support. I hope you'll have fun. If you're watching the videos on demand, please remember, like the videos, leave comments. That helps the channel tremendously. And I hope to see you all tomorrow for a full day of stream. Sound good? Thank you all. Have a good night. See you in the AM. Peace out.